Yo, what's up? It's Nojroom here, and I'll be responding to more comments. This time it is on the Taco Bell video, I believe. I gotta go to my YouTube here, go all the way down to the bottom, at 970,000 views on this one. And nothing too crazy really goes on. I think I just go into the Taco Bell, get the order. The person serving me was pretty cute, so I think that's the reason why this video got some views, but let's watch it and see what happens here. Wait, there's 4 drinks? No, there's 6. Let's go ahead and get in here. This one might be a bit of a large order. I've got a DoorDash for Robert P. It's cool. I got this. Jeez, man. They're having a little party over there or something. They got a lot of drinks.
Yes.
Alrighty.
I cut 2 because they're very flimsy, so do you want one more?
This should be good because when I drop it off, I'll just stick all 4 of these in here and the 2 drinks just on the side. Alrighty. Thank you. Dude, what if I had to ride on a moped with all this stuff, man? You think I'll be able to make it? You can make it on a moped. They wanted me to leave it on their door, so we'll go ahead and place it right here. And as much as they would love this, we're gonna put everything in these trays instead here. So we'll do with the drink. And we cannot forget the almighty straws here. Stick them right in the middle. There we go. That's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward. Now, one thing about this that I realized in hindsight, I was actually speaking pretty loud right in front of their door. I don't do that anymore, man. This is just for when I was getting into recording. I was getting used to the whole flow of things, what things to say, what not to say. Yeah, one of the things I realized is I was speaking way too loud in front of there. But overall, pretty straightforward. I just went in, Taco Bell order. They did have quite a bit of drinks this time, but the Baja Blast is the best flavor in my opinion, so it checks out. Let's see what the comments say, man. Let's see if these things check out as well. Yeah, the top comment, my DoorDash driver is talking to himself out there. What do I do? This is what I was saying, man. And it's just because I was talking loud. Also, since the cam is above my head, it sounds even louder than what it actually is. But I was still talking pretty loud outside the door, man. It'd be awkward hearing some dude talk nonstop when waiting for your food. And it wasn't even that crazy, dude. I only said like 3 or 4 sentences, man. Dude has permanent superhero voice. Does my voice really sound like that of a superhero? I feel like my voice is just, if you were to spend years trying to figure out, okay, what sounds good, what doesn't, what inflection should you have and whatnot. And also, I'm a YouTuber, so I naturally am gonna have those inflections, you know, just to make it more entertaining overall. But I do appreciate it. I'm assuming that's a compliment there. You know how many drivers have left it in front of the door to where I can't even open the door? So this is actually something I was guilty of myself, and it wasn't until I was really started like recording with my cam where I realized, you know what, it might not be the best type of idea for me to actually put the food like right in front of the door. I'll only put the food like right in front of the door if the door will swing out just like right above it, so it's, you know, it still clears it, or if it's just not going to be in the way at all, you know, if there's no screen door to open. So imagine having to sleep and wake up to this guy every day whispering in your ear. What the world does that even mean, bro? I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's just kind of weird, man. I'm gonna keep it moving. He sounds like an anime villain that dies in the first episode. That's absolutely crazy, man. I feel like if I was an anime villain who died first, my voice would be higher pitched. It's always a villain with a deep voice that is usually the last boss or something, man. So that one doesn't check out. Y'all saw that dent on his roof? He's out some heavy on that. Bro, look, the dent was probably there before I got the car, man. Most of the dents and scratches on my car were there beforehand. Unless it's at the bottom because I've been driving it quite a bit. If it's at the bottom, then that's me, but if it's at the top anywhere else, that's somebody else, dude. I'm not that heavy. Dude, what if I had to ride in that moped with all that stuff? Biking DC, hold my drink. Biking DC is the main reason why this channel actually exists. I was doing just DoorDash like normal, and of course I would watch YouTube while waiting for some orders, and then I saw his videos pop up, and I was like, wow, dude, this is actually very entertaining. I could definitely do that as well, man. So I went ahead on Amazon, I ordered my cam, I ordered the little head mount with it, and I went right at it. And also, I downloaded a couple of his videos, and I was studying the way that he had some of the captions, man. So I owe Biking DC a lot of credibility for me starting this channel, man. LOL, I usually order DoorDash later at night when I'm too lazy to leave the house. I would be terrified to hear him talking to myself. I don't do that when it's like nighttime though. That's only like a daytime sort of thing. And I really don't drive too much during the night. I'll probably only drive like 30 minutes to an hour in the night. I don't really feel too safe being out there, especially having a cam and all my gear on. Anything could happen, and I like to play things, you know, more cautiously. So I try to keep things a little bit low key during the nighttime, man. Had an Uber put my drink right in front of my door. Still looking for him to this day, man. It's quite unfortunate. There's a lot of people out here who really don't have that, you know, that thought process of, it's just going to be in the way for the customer, man. But I try to make it as easy to access for the customer as possible. So I completely understand this one. As a deliverer, you did the cardinal sin. You left it right in front of the door. Someone could walk in and step on it. Always put it off to the side, but still visible. Did I put this one right in front of the door? I thought this one was out of the way. Hold on, let me zoom through here. No, this one's out of the way, man. Because their door swings open, but there's the brick here. It's actually the same height as the cups themselves. So if the door were to swing out, it would go right above things. And also, it's farther back, so it's actually out of the way. It does look like on camera that it is in the way, man, but it's actually not. She's gorgeous, dude. She's one of the prettiest waiters that I've ever seen. Or waiters, is that the right word? Cashiers? I think it's more so cashiers. One of the prettiest in this area, man. Although, I would have to say the prettiest is probably Firebird's Grill. That's more towards the central area of where I'm at. I really don't dash there too much, but there's some pretty waitresses and cashiers here, man. This guy says, count how many alrighties this guy says. That's just my phrase, dude. Like when they're giving me something and something's going good, I'm like, alrighty, here we go. It's just, it sounds good, dude. Leave me alone. You can't blame me for having a catchphrase, man. Your energy is so addictive. Keep up the good work, man. This was one of the first comments that I actually got on this. This is one of those comments that really makes you want to keep on going. I was gonna keep going regardless because that's just how YouTube is. You know, you gotta post at least like 10 videos before you decide to quit if you're thinking about that, man. But I always appreciate comments like these, man. It always makes me smile. What did I say to it back then? Yes, I gotta keep a positive mindset, but driving out on these streets, thanks, will do. You actually do, man. There's been so many times where I've had like close quarters, and there's so many like road rages out there, dude. So you gotta just keep your mind in a positive space. You and Biking DC should race to see who can complete an order faster. It all depends on the area. You know, if it's something with like a lot of traffic, then Biking DC would probably be best. If it's close quarters, you know, in DC, he'd probably be best there because he can just like maneuver in and out. But if you're going like a long distance, you know, like 8-10 miles, man, of course the car is going to be best, so that's how that works out. As someone who works in fast food, thank you for having your own drink tray, because at my location, they're near impossible to open. Yeah, when she handed me that one, I believe there were like 2 of them stacked into one another, and those things are very hard to split apart, so I completely understand. But it also works out whenever there is like a lot of drinks, I always just bring it in just in case. You never know, man. The worst part about food delivery are the drinks and making sure they don't tip over. This is actually one of my worst pet peeves. And then also whenever they overfill the drink, like they fill it to the brim, so when you shake it a little bit, it's already leaking out the top, man. I hate those ones. But that drink tray is actually really good to put into my side seat. I put that one near the back, so it's like, you know, it's on the cushion and it's leaned up against the seat itself. And then I have the order right next to it, so it acts more like a cushion. So that's how I really don't have drinks kind of splitting there. And I also have 2 cup holders in my car itself. Those are also pretty deep and really good there, man. The fact that people would ask to have their food left on the ground is absolutely disgusting. I mean, most of these orders I do, they say leave at door, but there's really no other place to leave it. Like there's no trays, there's no tables, there's no chairs. If there is like a table or chair right next to the door, I will most likely put it there instead. But most of these places, they just say leave at door, so I just drop it right on the door, man. And me, myself, when I order food, I'll just say leave at door. I don't really care if it's on the ground, dude. I don't tweak about it too much. I've never heard someone so excited about 4 drinks. Oh wait, it has 6 drinks. Well then, a whole other story, man. Look, I just get excited when I'm doing some of these orders, man. It catches me off guard. Because most part, you go in there, it's a regular order. You pick up like, you know, 2 drinks, usually just 1, 2. So it's pretty boring, but having 6 drinks, there's not too often where I get to use that big old drink tray to its max capacity, man. So it was fun for me to use, man. Dude, when you were right outside the door sitting there like, bro, just leave so I can eat. I gotta put the food stuff down, bro. I can't just walk up to the door and then leave. I gotta, you know, put it down there. And I talk while I'm doing it. God, dude, these people think I'm superhuman where I could just, the moment I get to the door, just instantly teleports out of my bag, dude. Love that cup holder. I do as well, man. It's one of my favorite artilleries here. Hype me up. Good work out there. Kind of made me want to get a camera for when I'm doing deliveries. I'm half and half on whether or not you should actually have a camera. It's great for safety, but at the same time, if you don't really use the cam right, it can also cause you to get in some trouble. I've personally been in some trouble with the cam, and you know, it's nothing too crazy. And then also you have to have a tough mind if you're gonna post it to YouTube, because some of the comments can get pretty brutal, man. Yeah, it takes a bit of drive, but it can pay off many months down the road. Plus, people tend to treat you better when you have a cam. That is actually accurate, and I've just now gotten to the point where my channel is monetized. So all these, when these guys have been seeing them months ago, like I had no really any kind of revenue coming from these. I was kind of just posting a post at that point, but now it's more like a business, so we're good to go. This dude sounds like a news anchor that announces every moment he makes out loud, whether the camera is on or off. Surprising when the camera is off, I really don't talk much, man. A lot of these orders are pretty boring. You're just kind of going in, getting the order. It's the same thing over and over again, so it gets pretty boring. I like to talk to try to make it at least somewhat more entertaining. Otherwise, the whole video would be boring, man. This guy's steroid voice is crazy, bro. I don't even do roids, man. I think it's so crazy that when you have a deep voice and you make content, it's just such a shock for people. But like, if you think back in the past, most people would walk around having a deep voice. This whole like high-pitched sort of voice thing on the internet is only a recent development in the past like 10 or 20 years, man. But a lot of these guys have grown up, you know, used to those high-pitched voices. So, you know, it all checks out, dude. I know in the house, like, who is outside of my door talking so loud? Oh, that's my DoorDash order. Yeah, so it can actually work out, man. I'm talking loud, so I don't even have to ring the doorbells or knock sometimes, man. They'll already just hear my voice and come on out. You would make a hell of a news or sports commentator. Yeah, I get these a lot. Even in person, man, I get these a lot, so maybe I should. Bro sounds like the MC of a hero movie. Looks like you regularly put orders on that roof judging by the obvious shaped dent. Bro, is the dent really that bad? So many people keep talking about the dent. Oh, I see. It is right there, huh? I guess it does look kind of bad, man, but I thought it was because I was sitting on the car, but the more I look at it, maybe it is because of the drinks and stuff. I really think I sat on it once, because anytime you stand on the top of it or sit on it, then it does dent in like that. But maybe I had like a really large order that I dumped on there and I just completely didn't pay attention to. But the car itself is already old, 2007 Toyota Corolla, so I'm not really too concerned about any kind of scratches or dents that it has, man. SMH, don't send my food on no floor. You gotta leave a table or chair right there, man, and put in instructions. If you just say leave at door, I mean, where else do you want to put it? I guess you could hang it from the door handle, but I think that would be a little bit worse. All in all, that will be that. We got to a lot of comments, and a lot of them I'm not even gonna have in the video here. I gotta say, that's probably one of my favorite orders, and surprisingly, after that video, I literally only saw her one other time. That was on Valentine's Day, but then after that, I haven't seen her ever since, man. And I've delivered there multiple times. I think it's just more so the time schedule, because I've changed up, you know, how I normally dash. But maybe in the future I see her again, and you never know. Anyways, like always, appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you next time, man. Take care. Peace out.